Okay, so we I don't know how we did that. I have not put my hand up, but I've set my phone off. So here we go. Welcome. My name's Kerry Ann. And disclaimers, these are just my thoughts and opinions. And also, I swear, my ultimate goal is the overthrowing of the patriarchy, be it them bastards up there who stole the secrets of the universe and are using it to enslave us all. So that they can basically live their life in anonymity, having anything that they could possibly desire at any given fucking moment. The whole world runs for these few people that we could take in a fist fight. End of. Right. But today we're going to talk about intelligence, if you will. Now, at the minute, you will know that one of my bugbears is the Unstoppable March of Islam, right? And one of the things that pisses me off about Islam in general is that they see women as half as intelligent as men. Right, just generally, just because they were born, this is the fucking IQ of these men, right? They think that because this woman was born a woman, all women, because they're born with ovaries and not testicles, that they're half as intelligent as they are. Just leave that there. But this is, they're not my enemy, right? Muslims are not my enemy. The people who wrote the Quran are my enemy. The people who wrote the Quran also wrote the Bible and the Torah and whatever, and they basically created all of the religions specifically to be, ours is the religion to believe, and if you don't believe it, we're going to kill you, right? Thus for making them all at war. We're all down here, scrappy. They can sit there, keep the let's repeat it, shall we? For those who've not been here before, shut the huge oak door, sit there in their leather wingback chair, sipping on a gin and dubonnet, smoking a fat Cuban with their finger up a rent boy's arsehole. This is why our whole world works. I'm so sorry, but this is why the world is such a big bag of bollocks. It's like we have to be confused, and all of religion says all you have to do is wait to be dead, because the good stuff happens after you die. And with Islam, it's like the more people you kill, the more little kiddies you can fiddle in the afterlife. They call them virgins, but we know them in kids. You know what I mean? You get if you kill more Jews, get more virgins. Absolute fucking insanity. Anyways, I decided to have a little look about, didn't I, today? Well, a little listen about. So I just, because if you've not heard of it, and I've still not researched the fuck, I know enough, but the Kalergi plan, Kalergi. Oh, look at me, I can spell, and I've only got half the intelligence of a fucking Afghanistan man. I'm fucked. Anyways, right, so yeah, but basically the plan is to breed the whiteness out of Europe, right? That is them bastards, right? The plan is to breed the whiteness out of Europe. Why is this? Thinks I, wakes up, having a little bit of a think. And if you didn't see my video yesterday, which you won't have done because it's 50 minutes fucking long, explaining my backstory, when you wake up in the morning, if you can, this is why they make it so that you have to fucking hit the floor running, mate. Because when you wake up in the morning, spend about 10 minutes, if you can, just going through your head. That's when the messages will come through, because you're closest to the other dimension. Right, to another dimension. Pay close attention, right? ChatGPT calls the messages I get in my sleep and when I'm waking up, they calls it kesmosis, which I think is fucking amazing and totally describes the whole thing. ChatGPT gets me, even if the world ain't caught up yet. Anyways, right? So I thought, I'll just have a little look, see. Like the average IQ of the UK is around 100, 99.1 to 100, right? That's the average IQ of the UK. The average IQ of Somalia, you know, the ones that are coming over here, and a lot of them are raping our women because they didn't have rape laws until 2018. Average IQ in Somalia, 68. So we're flooding, and the average IQ of Afghanistan a bit higher, about 80, something like that, 80 something, right? So we've got, and it's dead funny, right? Try it yourself, right? And I was like, oh, what's the average IQ of Palestine? And it was like, no, you can't be saying things like that. It's not fair to judge people on their IQ type thing. It's like, whoa, trust me, like AI has been programmed. You can't say anything about Muslims to AI. You can ask if having sex with a 9-year-old child is paedophilia, or does it make you a paedophile or a nonce? I had a lovely question about that. And then I had a lovely, and it's like, no, it's a pedo and a nonce. That's who they're Mohammed. Yeah, gotta behave like that because he was perfect. And these people don't have the same IQ if they're coming from outside the UK. And a lot of these countries, people are coming from places that have no laws. And basically, it's because, and these people are predominantly white, want the whiteness bred out because we have a higher IQ. Do you know, so I asked about Dubai, right, for some reason. Like that area of the world, when I first set up So Says Cares 18 years ago, was where the most of my views came from, for some reason. I don't check my analytics anymore, so I don't know. But at the beginning, I thought, oh, I'll have a look, there's this graph and whatever. So I had a look, and now I'm just saying, there's no point. Do you know what I mean? Just get your work done, get your work done, and it'll matter when it matters, as long as it's there for when the time it matters arises. Then you've done your work. So anyway, is this why we are having this huge influx of people from other countries being brought into the UK? Is my question. Because these people don't have the it's fact, their IQ isn't as high as here, and literally a lot of them are Muslims, and a lot of them, their whole ethos is, you believe this or you're gonna, when you die, you're just gonna spend eternity in hellfire. That's petrifying if you start that on a kid when it's born, and then 5 times a day just repeat it. You believe this or you're gonna fucking suffer for an entire eternity. How's about, babe, you live now? How's about you just live now? Make sure that you're a good person and take that gamble. That's what I've done. Do you know what I mean? I was rejected by Christianity after a year and a half because there is no getting past Genesis. I am sorry. This is all in the video yesterday if you want to see what I think on religion. But basically, any religion saying don't live, it's your life is literally about preparing for death, is a tool of control. It's somebody who has you by fucking strings. You know, have you ever seen the tarot card for the devil? And it's like they're tethered by the neck and the hands and feet by the devil. I've got them on strings, but they can remove them at any time. So it's like literally any time you could get up and go. This is life. Them bastards up there have you by the fucking neck with religion, money, fucking working 24/7 for no reason. You don't have to do that, but we'll get into that in a thing. Now is about IQ. What do you reckon? Do you think that the reason we're getting people in from Somalia with no rape laws up until recently, and they still don't fucking follow them by what I've heard, with fucking IQs of chimps, coming about, yeah, and yeah, I am racist about Somalians because I think blokes are ugly. I think they look scary. I think Somalian men look scary. And it's hardly surprising when you think, and if they're Muslim, they've been told that they have to emulate Muhammad, who basically married a girl at 6 and took her virginity at 9, and had 13 wives. Do you know what I mean? They have to be like that. They have to be degrading to women. Women are sexual objects in Sharia law. Without any woman not wearing a head covering is sexual game. Any woman or girl not wearing a head covering is theirs to take sexually. I'll just leave that with you. Anyways. Oh, yes. But basically, know where I'm going to bloody live, mate. Well, I will be half the intelligence there. No. But I just asked about China. 100. The average IQ is 100. Ours is 90 something. So that, like, China are a bit more clever than the UK. I haven't done anymore, but like, do it yourself. Have a little chat with ChatGPT and find out for yourself how intelligent you are on the scale in your country, and tell me whether you think that that is why we have an influx of lower IQ'd people flooding into the UK, because they want to breed the intelligence out of us, because then we're easier to control by them bastards who've got us all round the neck. And I'll just go back, right, because I have had this channel for 18 years, and point out one of my favourite endings to any of my videos that I've ever done was, and I think it's the one entitled The Biggest Taboo, which has the biggest amount of views. Nobody watched it, but it has like the most clicks because it can mean paedophilia and incest. The taboo, the greatest taboo. But it's about religion, about the church being connected to Satan. And at the end of that video, I'll say what I'm going to say now. I was like, the biggest trick, because is it The Devil's Advocate, the biggest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world that he didn't exist. My version, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he was God. And they wrote all of your Bible, the Quran, the lot, and they don't deserve your soul. Who's with me? Thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.